Viewers, the assembly elections in both Haryana and in Jammu and Kashmir are over, and the focus has now shifted to the big question: who has the edge? While the exact results will be known on October the 8th on Times Now, the exit polls have predicted a clean sweep for the Congress party in Haryana. The poll of exit polls shows that the party is likely to win around 56 seats. Now, if the prediction holds true, then there will be no hat-trick for the Bharatiya Janata Party in the state. Let's take a look now at how the poll of polls for Haryana looks like. Now, viewers, here are the numbers, the all-important numbers. We've got 5 poll of polls. In fact, 6 we've got, plus the poll of polls. Take a look at all the BJP numbers. It ranges effectively from 21 to about 31. That is the numbers that the BJP appears to be set to get according to the exit poll in Haryana. Now remember, that is the very important number. 90 is the number of MLAs in the assembly, so you need 45 to achieve the halfway mark. Look at the Congress's numbers. Matrise gives it 59. People's Pulse 49, Dhruv Research 57, PMark 56, C-Voter 54, Axis My India 59. And so accordingly, what you are looking at in the poll of polls is for the BJP somewhere around 25 seats, for the Congress 56. So that is well above the mark required for a majority. It is in fact 10 seats over what they need to establish a government. The other third kingmaker potential party, which was the JJP, which did emerge kingmaker in the previous election, they appear to be nowhere. In fact, they may even struggle to open their account, is what the numbers suggest. The Aam Aadmi Party, it's not allying with the Congress party, appears to have not helped it at all and has served the Congress well. The Aam Aadmi Party may also struggle to open its account, and what that holds for the future, that is particularly with the Delhi elections coming up, is anyone's guess. And then you have other parties which are possibly in the frame where they can sweep up whatever remains. But this is the number that really matters. Remember, after 2 terms, the BJP seems to only be able to scratch up about 31 seats. That is well short of the required number to form a third government. But the Congress party resurgent in Haryana, and this is something that really is going to give them a lot of momentum if indeed the numbers hold true. Now, let's take a look. The Congress party naturally is very upbeat, and it is confident that the exit poll predictions will prove true and that the Congress will form the next government in the state.
We are forming the government with comfortable majority.
So the BJP is still saying that these are not the real numbers and they are going to form the government.
Let them say whatever say. But you will see on the 8th, people have decided Congress is going to form the government.
One last question, sir. As the BJP is still questioning that who is going to represent the Congress party if they will come to power, because many of these leaders are having aspirations, whether it is Kumari Shelja or Randeep Singh Surjewala. How do you react to this, sir?
What is the harm in having aspirations? Everybody should have aspirations. Politics is such. But the procedure of Congress, MLA will be given, the MLA would give their opinion and High Command will decide.
So that was Bhupinder Singh Hooda. He's a former chief minister, and it really remains to be seen whether he is also an incoming chief minister. There are a number of claimants, but remember, that is the discourse in the Congress right now, who will be chief minister. But what are the implications really of the prospective results in Haryana? The first is it weakens the BJP's hegemony in the Hindi belt. We remember that there is a large swathe of population, a large swathe of territory where the BJP currently rules supreme. There will be perhaps a Congress government there. Second, it shows the Congress can win without an ally. Remember, it did not ally with the Aam Aadmi Party. Third, the Congress proves its ability to beat the BJP in bilateral fights. This is a one-on-one battle between the BJP and the Congress. The Congress has generally come up short here. It requires an ally mostly, but here it may beat the BJP one-on-one. Now, the Congress's backing of farmers' protest has borne fruit. Has it? That will potentially be answered. It was already partially answered in the elections in Punjab that we've had of late, now in Haryana as well. Now, what else is the implication? There are a number of them that we have been talking about, but most importantly, that this could have implications in the coming elections as well. Remember that this is just the first set of what may be up to 3 sets of polls. There is Maharashtra, there is Jharkhand, and then there is also Delhi. So this could really help the Congress along, give it the momentum, give it the correct velocity that it needs, the right direction to take on the BJP. And the further loss of momentum for the BJP after the drop in the Lok Sabha seats. Remember, the BJP has come down to 240. It is no longer in majority in the Lok Sabha. This is another blow to them, perhaps, in Haryana. The Congress's caste census pitch may have had an impact at the assembly level. So is this a gift that keeps on giving for Rahul Gandhi? His caste census pitch, it helped him out in the Lok Sabha polls. Is it also continuing to work in Haryana? And there are possible implications for Delhi, which votes very soon. February is when it is slated to happen. Arvind Kejriwal wanted it earlier. And then also you have a boost to the opposition ahead of the Maharashtra and Jharkhand elections. Remember, the Congress is in alliance with the Uddhav Sena and Sharad Pawar's NCP. So will they also benefit from whatever the results are in Haryana? The Congress's women's card and Vinesh Phogat's crusade against the BJP worked. That is another implication of this. Remember, Vinesh Phogat, late entrant into the Congress, but really took the bull by the horns in a wrestling speech and has perhaps delivered a crushing blow to the BJP. And that is the set of implications that we have. The BJP, however, asserts that these projections will be proven wrong and the BJP will come to power for a third time in the row. Let's listen in.
पूरे बहुमत से भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार आएगी, 8 तारीख को आएगी, पूर्ण बहुमत के साथ आएगी। हमें पूरा विश्वास है। हरियाणा के लोगों ने जो पिछले 10 वर्षों में कार्यों को देखा है, हर वर्ग के लिए काम हुए हैं। हरियाणा को क्षेत्रवाद से मुक्ति दिलाई है, हरियाणा को परिवारवाद से मुक्ति दिलाई है, हरियाणा से जो भेदभाव होता था उससे मुक्ति दिलाने का काम हमारी सरकार ने 10 वर्षों में किया है। हमें पूर्ण विश्वास है कि हमने जो हरियाणा को एक नई गति विकास की देने का काम किया है, 8 अक्टूबर को भारतीय जनता पार्टी तीसरी बार बहुत बड़े मैंडेट के साथ आ रही है।
जो चुनाव से पहले का माहौल के आधार पर मैं कह रहा हूं कि एग्जिट पोल गलत होगा और भारतीय जनता पार्टी सरकार बनाएगी।
Sabyasachi joins us now. Sabyasachi, if you just heard, that was Nayab Singh Saini and Anil Vij completely rejecting the exit poll projections. They say that they will return to power for a third time in the row. But before that, we heard B.S. Hooda, and he is quietly confident. The conversation there is already who will be chief minister. So how have both the parties received these numbers? And also, having tracked the elections, was there an element of the BJP not going all in? PM Modi, Manohar Lal Khattar not really campaigning as much as they had the previous time. What is your takeaway?
Definitely. See, the BJP, on one hand, they are rejecting the exit polls number. The BJP is still confident that they are going to form the government in the state of Haryana. Meanwhile, the Congress is extremely confident that they are going to get victory in the state of Haryana, as been predicted by several exit polls, and would build on the party's impressive performance in the recent Lok Sabha polls in the state. And clearly, on one hand, the Congress continuously has been targeting the BJP over the misrule in the last 10 years of the BJP government in the state of Haryana. Now, what didn't work for the BJP was certain decisions that has been taken by the center, because on ground, whether it was the farmers issue, we had seen that the state of Haryana being an agricultural state, a large amount of people had given and had extended their support to the Congress party. And also regarding the Agniveer scheme, there was a lot of resentment on ground. People were not happy. And also with the latest statement of some of the BJP leaders on the farm bill, which were apparently taken back by the government. So these are some of the things which had damaged the BJP on ground lately, and the Congress was quick to cash on these particular points, and they clearly targeted the previous Khattar government as well as the Nayab Saini government, that in the last 10 years, the BJP ruled government did not do anything for Haryana, and and it was completely misruled, and there was no development or employment for the youth of Haryana. So this is something which has connected with the people on ground, and that is the result why we are seeing such huge number for the Congress party as far as the exit poll is
Right.
concerned. But clearly the BJP ruling out the exit poll numbers, stating that they would still wait for the public mandate and the BJP would form the government once again in the state of Haryana.
Absolutely. I mean, you cannot really say that no work was done. That is the Congress's contention. But clearly, Sabyasachi, there appears to be, after 10 years, an element perhaps of anti-incumbency creeping in. But is this the case countrywide? That is something that we will find out. But remember, viewers, as we thank Sabyasachi, there is another state, and not quite a state just yet, but perhaps statehood to talk about. The picture appears to be a bit complicated in Jammu and Kashmir. The exit polls have predicted a hung house, with the National Conference Congress Alliance missing the majority mark. They are likely to win around 41 seats as per the poll of exit polls. Let's take a look at the poll of polls now for Jammu and Kashmir, viewers. So what we really see is the fact that there are 90 seats up for grabs, and in it, the Jammu Kashmir National Conference plus the Congress party are ranging between 34 and 48. So within that spectrum is also the halfway mark. Perhaps they are tending a little bit below the halfway mark. Will they be able to form a government on their own, the JKNC Congress combine? That is something that is perhaps a little bit in doubt, but they seem to have done rather quite well. Let's compare them with the BJP. And the BJP, really, there are two stories here. One is that there is a good chance that they may end up being the biggest single party. It could be either them or the NC, depending on how the NC Congress vote split works. But the BJP could end up being the largest party, but doesn't seem to have a single big ally with which it could form a government. It is ranging between 25 seats and about 30 seats according to the poll of polls, and that is not sufficient on itself to form a government. But maybe the BJP knew that well in advance. Maybe the BJP knew that it is only in Jammu that it is strong. In Kashmir, perhaps it needs some help, which is why the other parties really come into it. Now, we know that the BJP has been in alliance with the PDP before, but that is very, very unlikely to happen again. Could the PDP perhaps join the JKNC? That is something that they have hinted at, and we'll come to it. But the PDP is tending towards 5 to about 9 seats. It has a poll of polls likelihood of about 7 seats, and these 7 seats could be extremely, extremely crucial. Now, the other bucket that could prove very, very critical for the BJP especially is the others. Remember, there are a number of independents. A lot of them have been in jail or are perhaps still in jail. Some of them are fighting themselves, and they could win between 7 to 21 seats. If they win somewhere in this region, then perhaps the BJP could look to some of them to form some kind of alliance, to stitch together a combine and maybe run the state. But as things stand, it appears that it could be a hung assembly. Now, with the likelihood of the results throwing the hung house into the mix, the role of the independents, like we said, will be very, very keenly watched. And the BJP is already exuding confidence that it will be in a position to form a government with the support from various independents and other like-minded parties. Let's listen in.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी, ये तो अंदाजे हैं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी अपने दम पर सरकार बनाएगी और सबसे बड़ी पार्टी उभर करके सामने आएगी, ये तय है। और जम्मू जो प्रोविंस है उसमें 35 से ज़्यादा हम सीटें लेंगे। बाकी लाइक माइंडेड लोग भी हैं जो कश्मीर में भी है, कश्मीर से भी कुछ सीटें हमारी आएंगी। हमें विश्वास है कि बाकी जो पार्टियां हैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी के आगे कभी भी खड़ी नहीं हो पाएंगी, और हम 8 तारीख को जो आंकड़े आएंगे वो सही चुकाने वाले होंगे, वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पक्ष पे होंगे।
I am quite confident that BJP will touch the number 35 in the results of Jammu and Kashmir Assembly elections. At least what I believe, that BJP will emerge as single largest party in Jammu and Kashmir, and with the support of independent candidates and the like-minded groups, we will form the next government in Jammu and Kashmir.
So viewers, you just heard Kavinder Gupta and Ravinder Raina of the BJP, and Ravinder Raina really laying out what could be the game plan of the BJP all along, which is to be the single largest party and form a government with like-minded independents and others. But will that come true? Well, National Conference leader Omar Abdullah has scoffed at the exit poll predictions. He says he is ignoring all the noise as the only numbers that matter will be revealed on October the 8th. Omar went on to say that the rest is just time pass. The Congress, on the other hand, said that the alliance was in a comfortable position. Let's listen in.
ये जो इलेक्शन लड़ा गया, ये प्राइमरीली बीजेपी को आउट ऑफ पावर कॉरिडोर्स रखने के लिए लड़ा गया. रेस्टोरेशन अपने जो स्टेटहुड है हमारा उसके वास्ते, along with the guarantees like land guarantees, job guarantees, उसके वास्ते लड़ा गया. तो जहां तक अलायंस का ताल्लुक है, अलायंस इज इन कंफर्टेबल पोजीशन.